I think we're ready.
On the YouTube channel NI Explorer 84, a guy named Brian explores abandoned places in Northern Ireland. Now, it should be mentioned that Brian is not a ghost hunter or a paranormal investigator. In fact, he says he doesn't believe in ghosts at all.
I want to start by saying I am very, very, very skeptical. I don't believe in any of this stuff. I'm open to the possibility slightly, but even from the age of 9, 10, I slept in a graveyard for like 5 hours in the middle of the night because I wasn't afraid of it. Doesn't bother me, don't believe in it.
But Brian recently had an experience that might make him reevaluate his feelings about the supernatural. You see, a few weeks ago he explored an old abandoned theater in Omagh, Northern Ireland. As he walked into one of the screening rooms, he captured something that he just can't explain.
I'm gonna go in here, right? So the thing I'll say, get in here. Right, in here, it smells of smoke. There's mates people smoking in here, and then what'll happen, the place will burn down. Jesus Christ, like honestly.
And this time, did you hear it?
Get in here.
As Brian walks into a screening room, two unexplained voices can be heard whispering in the darkness. They seem to be talking about Brian as they both say, "It's people." Brian says that he had no idea what he had recorded until he uploaded his video and read the viewer comments.
So, 5 o'clock in the morning, woke up, got a notification from someone on YouTube who commented in video saying that, don't mean to freak you out, but at 8 minutes 40 in your video from the cinema that you did the weekend there's someone whispering in your ear. So then the guy on YouTube messaged him and he goes, by the way, it actually says it's people.
Brian also says that there was absolutely no one else inside the theater.
But the thing is, if you knew the cinema and where I was at, it's a closed hall with 3 rooms, 3 cinema rooms. I was in all 3 rooms. I walked around all 3 rooms twice. I come down back past that hall on the way out. So that's 3 times I was around that place. There was no one there. There was no one there. And it's not as if I was hearing someone's voice through the wall. It was a whisper and it was right beside where I was at. I can't explain it. I just can't. And I don't think I've missed anything, and I cannot explain this, and it is freaky as shit. Honestly, I've never caught anything like this ever in video.
But what do you think? Did Brian record the voices of spirits that haunt the old Omagh Theatre in Northern Ireland? You decide.
Exterior looks good though on that old building.
Imaginary fiend. A guy named Ahmad was visiting his family home when his 7-year-old sister wanted to show him a cute little picture she'd drawn. But it wasn't a cute picture. In fact, it was kind of horrifying.
Wait, what are you gonna show me?
My picture I drew.
Your picture you drew.
That's Daddy, that's Mummy, and that's me.
And what's that?
That's Steve.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Who's Steve?
My friend.
Your imaginary friend.
My best friend.
Your best friend Steve. You've got a best friend that looks like this.
It's my best friend Steve.
Okay. I'm leaving the house.
The little girl's drawing of her nightmarish friend Steve went viral, even inspiring some viewers to create renderings of what Steve might look like in real life. Viewers of Ahmad's video encouraged him to ask the little girl a few more questions about her imaginary friend Steve, and things went from bad to worse.
Mama said you got 2 imaginary friends.
No, I've got 2 best friends.
You've got 2 best friends.
Yeah, 2. Do you want me to show you in the picture?
Who's that?
That's Steve.
Yeah.
That's Margaret.
And who's that?
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
No, but you spelt my name wrong.
Yeah, but that's you.
That's me.
Yeah, with your mustache and your eyebrows.
My eyebrows.
Yeah.
My eyebrows look like that.
Yeah, your bushy eyebrows.
Wait, so why have you drawn this for?
Because Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah, but Margaret likes you.
Margaret likes me.
Look, she's holding your hand.
She's holding my hand. She's eating me. Are you sure Margaret likes me?
Yeah, she's holding your hand.
Do I need to be worried?
No.
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 Actually, this is not a joke. I have left the house. If you want an Steve part 4, I'll be honest, I'm not giving that update. Because now I'm unlike by Steve, whoever this person is.
It turns out that Ahmad's little sister has another imaginary friend named Margaret. But even creepier, he learns that for some reason, her old friend Steve just doesn't like him.
Wait, so why have you drawn this for?
But Steve doesn't like you.
Steve doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Ahmad is now a little freaked out. He says that after this last visit with his little sister, the drawings are just getting a bit too creepy for him. He says that he won't be checking in with another update on Steve. Or Margaret, for that matter. The hanging hands. A woman is running a daycare out of her quiet suburban home. It's an average day, and the kids are laughing and playing nearby. Everything seems normal. But then things start to get a little spooky.
What happened?
A little boy comes running out of one of the nearby rooms, screaming in fear. The daycare provider hurries over and asks him what's wrong, but he's too terrified to speak. He just points at the open door. Cautiously, the woman goes to check it out for herself.
Oh, damn.
Did you do that? Were you in there? Were you in there?
No.
Who knocked this over? Who knocked this over?
While the woman is in the room investigating, a heavy child's playhouse suddenly tips over on its side. The crash startles her and leaves the children a bit confused. But here's where things get very, very creepy. Because, did you see it? Viewers of the video point out that there are two creepy little hands reaching down from above the door. The hands look to be about the size of a child, and they pull back and disappear just as the little boy runs from the room. Now, the daycare provider's daughter who posted the video says that she didn't even notice these little hands until someone pointed them out in the video comments.
This is the room. The crazy thing about this is that there was like markings at the top of the entranceway of like the doorway, and I guess in the video you can see hands gripping onto the doorway. I don't really know what to make of that.
The young woman says that she is also confused as to how the child's playhouse could just turn over.
Firstly, we have the house, and obviously you guys saw that it fell, but the other thing I wanted to point out was that it's pretty hefty, so it really doesn't make any sense that it would just fall on its own like that.
But the story gets even creepier as the daycare provider's daughter explains just why the little boy ran out of the room in the first place.
The main thing, and the reason that the little boy was screaming, is actually in here. We have this covered up for a reason. Apparently, the little boy told my mom that he saw a face in these mirrors.
A few days later, and the daughter notices something weird on the CCTV. As she is watching, the child security gate just seems to unlatch and open on its own. She heads into the room to investigate, but she's not ready for what she finds.
Holy shit. That's fucking creepy. Do it again. Do it again. I'll wait. Do it again. Open the gate.
How's performance anxiety now?
As she is recording the child gate and trying to encourage any nearby spirit to open it again, something suddenly moves under the sheet covering the vanity. It almost looks like a finger poking underneath. The movement is slight, but the young woman notices it immediately and just makes a run for it. The woman and her mother now believe that the little child's vanity was the cause of all the paranormal activity. They say that they have now sold the little wooden vanity to someone on Facebook Marketplace. Someone who actually wanted to buy the vanity just because it might be haunted. But was this actual paranormal activity? And if not, then just what are these bizarre little hands that seem to reach down from the ceiling? You decide. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. The Invisible Guest. Tristan says that his house in France is haunted by a very active poltergeist. He often hears footsteps and sees things moving on their own. After having a psychic medium come over to cleanse his house, the paranormal activity only gets worse.
Just feels like an independent film project. I don't know how, but it just does.
Late one night, Tristan hears strange aggressive banging coming from his hallway. He grabs his phone and starts filming as he goes to check it out.
Is bro in a house or an apartment? I need some Middle Eastern ghost hunting videos.
The bathroom door handle is rotating wildly as his cat stares on in fear. Tristan approaches the door cautiously when suddenly it swings open and there's no one inside. Cut to a few nights later, and Tristan says that some shoes in the kitchen hallway had moved on their own. So he sets up a camera to film down the hallway while he and his girlfriend watch TV in the other room. His camera catches something that is pure nightmare fuel. a box flies out of a storage shelf and slams into the wall. Tristan goes to investigate, but he doesn't find anything. However, did you see it? When Tristan checks his footage later and zooms in on the doorway, there's a strange transparent apparition just standing there. The figure is small, about the size of a child, and it quickly glides off into the hallway. Immediately after, the box violently flies off the storage shelf. These days, Tristan says nothing seems to be working to get rid of the poltergeist that haunts his home, and that now he's just planning to move out. The Curse of Room 112. At a quiet nursing home, staff member Camila Torres says that there's one room that no one dares to stay in anymore. Room 112. Camila says that Room 112 is notoriously known as, quote, the death room. You see, every resident who stays in that room experiences sudden medical issues that often send them to the hospital, and sometimes they don't survive. The nurses and staff at the home say that they get chills just walking past the room door. Now, eventually, things got so bad that Room 112 was just left empty, but it seems that something is still inside. One night, the nurses are creeped out as the call alarm in Room 112 suddenly goes off, as if a resident inside is pressing the emergency button for help. But again, there's not supposed to be anyone in Room 112.
Get the light, get the light.
You saying chicken?
Yes. Did you just get that on camera? No. Stop. No, I'm not playing with you anymore. I don't like this. No, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is insane right now. Right there.
Okay, you're gonna stop this right now.
Camilla watches the CCTV as the heavy door to Room 112 slowly closes by itself. She and her coworker go to investigate, but as expected, there's no one there. Cut to a week later. Residents of the nursing home are enjoying a visit with a therapy dog. Suddenly, things take a very creepy turn.
Where's your other sucker? Wait. You only have one? Use it. Sheila.
The normally calm therapy dog suddenly becomes very agitated. It just walks away from the group and heads down the hall straight to Room 112. The dog stands at the doorway looking inside and whimpering as if it is staring at something disturbing in the darkness, something that no one else can see. As word about haunted Room 112 begins to spread, the nursing home residents start to get a little freaked out. One woman decides to perform a religious cleansing ritual on the room, and she asks Camilla to record her so that she can share it with her Catholic friends group on Facebook. The video captures something that is downright chilling.
I mean, if you're in a retirement home, you might as well just live out your fantasies of being Helsing, I guess.
Heavenly Father, I ask for your divine presence to fill this space. May your light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner, and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessings. In Jesus'
Did you see it? As the resident recites a prayer at the door of room 112, the rosary beads in her hand are suddenly yanked by some invisible force. The woman doesn't notice and continues her prayer, but when they watch the footage back, they notice the strange, unexplained jerk on the beads, almost as if something was trying to snatch them right out of her hands. Camilla says that to this day, haunted room 112 still remains empty. Dark Reflections. The recent film, The Conjuring Last Rites, is based on Ed and Lorraine Warren's investigation of the infamous Smurl haunting in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. Jack and Janet Smurl claimed a demonic presence tormented their family for over a decade, filling their home with strange noises, chilling screams, moving objects, and even physical attacks. Since the movie's release, many people have gone back to revisit real footage that was shot inside the Smurl house.
I want all of you now to think of the most violent thought you can imagine.
Oh!
That's it, folks.
One particular clip has unsettled many viewers. In it, Lorraine Warren gives a tour of the Smurl home, pausing at a closet where the family often heard unexplained loud and insistent knocking.
This is the closet area, and especially in the back of this closet, where they will hear much of the rapping that takes place in this bedroom.
And here's where things get really creepy. Look closely as Lorraine Warren reaches for the closet door. Her reflection in a nearby mirror looks just wrong. Her face appears dark and distorted, and her eyes have gone black. Given Lorraine Warren's reputation as a psychic empath, some believe that she may have been channeling the dark entity that haunted the home. But what do you think? Whispers in the dark. Proud mother Jacqueline says that some strange things have been happening since she and her two daughters moved into their new home. At first, her oldest daughter told her that someone was whispering to her at night as she tried to fall asleep. The little girl said that she couldn't understand what the person was saying or even whether the voice was male or female. On another evening, her daughter said that she heard someone calling her name from downstairs. Now, at first, Mom Jacqueline just dismisses these claims as a child's imagination. But then one day, she catches something on her living room camera that is truly disturbing.
Place roll initiatives.
Jacqueline's daughter is playing at their table when suddenly a toy comes bouncing across the floor towards her, almost as if thrown by something. The girl goes to check it out, and then a plastic bag falls to the ground. Now, either of those could be written off as a simple coincidence. But then things get kinda weird. The little girl suddenly cries out and clutches her arm before running upstairs in tears. Later, she tells her mom that something grabbed her, and when Jacqueline looks, there's a fresh red scratch on her daughter's arm. Jacqueline says that both of her children now sleep in bed with her. So, is there something sinister haunting Jacqueline's new home? Tell me what you think down in the comments. Haunted housekeeping. A woman named Sarah says that she works as part of the cleaning staff at a nursing home. Now, to avoid any confusion, while Sarah usually speaks Spanish in her videos, this nursing home is actually located in Arizona, in the U.S.
Trabajo en una área donde prácticamente vienen a morir los viejitos que están solos, que no tienen familia, y es que se escuchan demasiados ruidos, y es que está terriblemente oscuro, o sea, está solo, apagan las luces, se abre el elevador, es una cosa espantosa.
Sarah says that since she has been working at the nursing home, she has heard and experienced many strange things.
Hello? No me gusta.
Se está escuchando el piano. Y no hay nadie en el piano. No mames. No hay nadie y lo estoy escuchando.
One day, while Sarah is working alone in the nursing home, things take a terrifying turn. She starts to hear strange, unexplained screams echoing through the halls.
¿De dónde viene ese ruido? Se escucha como que gritaran, como si hablaran. No es nadie. Pues se escucha que grita. Creo que es de acá. Oigan, hay veces que se oyen las sillas de ruedas que caminan, que hablan. ¿Qué podrá ser? Ay, ¿qué podrá ser? ¡Ay, no! ¿Qué es eso? ¡Ay, no! Ahora sí, mire, no puede ser. No puede ser, ¿escucharon? Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad.
As Sarah searches the hallways, she doesn't hear it, but there is a strange voice that sounds like an older woman whispering, "I see you."
Oigan.
Then, out of nowhere, a cart rolls across one of the activity rooms completely on its own. Sarah says that just then she felt someone touch her back.
Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad.
And with